Hmm. There's a button that I can use to flip the orientation. Listen, I'm lit. So we're gonna start this whole thing over. We're gonna start this whole thing over. So listen, I'm out here feeling like a spy kid. I got this cool little doohickey. First starting off, DGI, come through and give your girl a sponsorship. I will happily and comfortably do some more promo for you because this little handheld doohickey I got right here got me feeling like a spy kid. Listen, this is my little kid dreams right here. Like this thing, mind you, my arms stop moving, but this John is following me. You feel me? Catching all the angles. Watch go down. Watch go up. Watch go up. Peep. Watch go down. Up. DGI. Don't be playing. Don't be playing. Down. All right. Poop. There. All right. There you go. But that's not even why I hopped on here for real. This thing done got me all souped, and so dang near forgot what I was about to say. Uh, yes, this is it. This is actually isn't it, but it's connected. I've had a lot of this equipment since November. So just before I came down to Grenada, I bought a bunch of equipment to invest into building my brand, just uh, getting this started. And it's wild because I've had all of this equipment, but this one in particular, the coolest one, or one of the coolest ones that I have, I hadn't even opened. And it's easy to think because had you talked to me a couple months before I got it, my mindset was that my mindset was that part of the reason why I wasn't posting the way that I needed to is because I didn't have the equipment and all that kind of stuff. And the truth is, I can't hold you. I just didn't have the confidence. I did not have the confidence. And so my question to you, granted, this wasn't even my real point, but my question to you is it what's really stopping you? Is it the equipment or is it the confidence? Just put it out there. But this is what I actually did come out here to talk about. This is what I actually did come out here to talk about. I I saw a video online where this guy was talking about the fact that, forget humility, and that he's not a humble person, that his goal is to strive for greatness and not be ashamed or abashed about his greatness. And it's interesting because he talked about the fact that when you went into Google and you looked up the definition of humble, that it means to have a low self concept or to view yourself as being beneath other people. Other definitions talk about it having low self esteem or having a low estimation of oneself. And it's wild because, I love to do word studies. I love to take the time to pick apart the human language because humans are most things that exist in our society are there because one, they're necessary, and two, because at the time it was the easiest way to accomplish the task that the solution was created for. And oftentimes those solutions end up being words. Um, and so it's interesting because when you look at the word humility in its traditional, more known context, like say the Merriam-Webster dictionary, it gives what I said before. But when you take the time to look at it through a biblical context and through a biblical lens, the word takes on a whole different meaning to the individual. So in the Bible, the word in the Hebrew that we translate to be humility or humble in the English language is a word called is a Hebrew word anava, and in it, granted, I used to be called anahava. You know, it's me to add some extra syllables where they're not, but you know, uh, I anava, and in it, it speaks like it quite literally translates to being a God-given space, like an amount of God-given territory that you're meant to inhabit. And so when you look at Genesis 126, where God gives the commission to Adam and Eve, he says, he tells Adam and Eve, he tells Adam and Eve that they are to have rulership and dominion over the earth, right? And he's very specific over what he gives both of them dominion over, what he gives them authority over when it comes to the earth. And when you look at it, it makes sense when it comes to that definition. It speaks to a God given amount of space, and it's not talking metaphorical, it's talking like literal, it's talking about a multi dimensional space. And so when you think about it, it's talking about a right amount of space for somebody to inhabit. And so it doesn't mean what the Webster dictionary says it does. So if you had a low self concept, if you viewed yourself as being beneath other people, if you had a low estimation of oneself, it can put you in a position where, due to your low self esteem, you are shrinking yourself to the point where now you're putting off responsibility to the shoulders of others because you've decided not to show up as the person that God created you to be. But in that same vein, it also points to not puffing yourself up to the point to where you have an overestimation and you're pushing people out of the God-given space that they were meant to inhabit. And so be humble, but be biblically humble. You're doing a task well, celebrate yourself. I'm lit at that. You look at Jesus, Jesus was notorious for talking about how great he was and talking about how he used I statements all day, every day. And so we look at, I am the door, I am the way, the truth, and the life. I If you've seen me, you have seen my father. Like, all of these really strong affirming statements that Jesus made. Jesus never once talked badly about himself. So why would the word encourage others to exist in a frame of mind and to maneuver through this world in such a way that they have a lower estimation of oneself? Like, it doesn't serve the world for you to think small. It doesn't serve the world for you to view yourself as being any less than what God created you to be, which is amazing. Like when God made you, he said he did a great thing. He said he did a good thing. And so that was a thought for today. That's all I had to say. Peace and God bless you.